How we doing, boys and girls? How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? Let the lag fest continue. Alright, let's get in. Let's see what goes. I'm starting to enjoy these evening streams, you know. I can chill out, I can relax. Feels less stress in the evenings, I don't know why. Psychology. I found myself something interesting in the store earlier. I went to the store to grab some food because we didn't really have anything for dinner. Found a Aussie lemonade style Monster. Any Team Australia here? Would you like to enlighten me what the hell Aussie lemonade is? I thought it was worth a try. Tastes like lemonade. Well, who would have guessed? Right, I got 1 minute until the stupid lag fest begins. Let's see if we can get there nice and quick. Where did we get to? 390 Dream Surge earlier. That's not a lot, is it? We need more than that. Might have to do some world quests and likes this evening. It was down here, I think. I hope, maybe. We got today's secret I still want to do. Haven't figured out today's secret yet. Got some profession stuff to do as well. Now with all of the new achievements in. Where exactly are we meant to be going? We're meant to be here. Ish. Here she comes. Pull everything. And then try your utmost not to die. So, we got this. There's the new campaign quest as well, which we should probably do as well. In comes everybody. Why do I not have the... Why do I not have the bar? Who's stolen my progress bar? Why do I not get a progress bar? Am I still getting... Okay, I'm still getting stuff. I have no progress bar. Well, I guess I just kill things until the boss turns up then, I guess. Nothing like a buggy patch day. Way less lag than earlier. At least the servers are alive. There's the big dude. Ooh, we are literally down to 20 FPS again now, though. He did! Two more charred elemental remains.
Says, hey Stanley, how should I announce my arrival to stream? Spell, announcing your arrival to the stream requires finesse. Perhaps a dramatic entrance, like a knight wielding a foam sword, or a simple yet enthusiastic, greetings, peasants. The choice is yours.
Greetings, peasants. That'll do it. That'll do it. That'll get people's attention. Oh my god, somebody's trying to sell Dreambound weapons. Do they not know they're account bound? Lol. Okay. Right. We need to bang out. We got 433. 15 of these charred elemental remain businesses. A bunch of gear already. What we could do with though is get in as much. Should we just bang out some world quests? I think. Dare I say it? Banging out some world quests might be the play here. Just to max our coalescence nice and quick. Oh my god, all of the rares. All being empowered. I guess we go kill some empowered rares then. Where is this dude? Hello? Where's Mr. Forge Smash? How much of this stuff do we get for killing rares? Where's it gone? Oh, it's not a currency, is it? It's in our bags. 25 per rare kill? Definitely worth. Defo worth. Oh, wow, I got 21. That's not quite 25, but I'll take it. I've killed Char about 7 times today, but if I can kill him again and get the coalescent stuff from him, then I don't care. Pew, pew. Nice. Go on, give me some. Oh. Oh, okay. Well, apparently you only get the coalescing essence for killing the rare once per day. Apparently. Well, now we know. That means we probably need to keep track of you're being empowered, so let's head that way. Oh my god, there ain't no way we're going to get there in time. Right, we're going to have to keep our eyes open for a weak aura that tracks exactly which rares there are. Although, to be honest, once I've got 2,500 of this stuff, I'm probably going to never care about it ever again, since I probably don't care about leveling up my alts all that much. Once I've got the pets and the mounts and the toys, I am probably good. Unless I need any of the transmog appearances from this stuff. But it doesn't look like any of this grants me appearances I need. Are we actually going to get to this rare? My god, we might get to him. Where's he gone? Oh shit, where is he? In a cave. Go, go, go! Nuke! It's quiet in here this evening, Speak and Spell. I have the suspicion that people are lurking for the drops. Or I've dropped off, one of the two, or both. Maybe my overly positive words towards World of Warcraft earlier has killed the love. 22, Dream Surging stuff. Good. Okay. Right, let's bang out world quests, I guess, then. While we wait for the next event to turn up. Working here, hands are full. Chef, right? Chefs have always got their hands full. Dropped off, not enough toxicity, GG. Yeah, I was clearly well too friendly on Blizzard. What am I meant to be doing here? Getting supply packs or something by the looks of things. No offense, but yeah, you've dropped off YouTube anyway. Yeah. Yeah, I'm aware I have on the YouTube side of things. Unfortunately, my conscience doesn't allow me to lie in videos, so if there's nothing good to say, I was always taught to not say anything at all. Time to bring out Ranthius. Right. 3 more. 3 more. Let's go this way this time. How do we get up here? Surprising amount of people doing world quests. We're done. Good. Lovely stuff. Did that actually give us... Yeah, 10 Dream Surge Coalescence. Nice. Alright, let's pick another one. What's this one? Pacified Frogs Collected. Make a video about token prices. I mean, it's been done to death. I mean, I could rage about the fact that they're really high, but the reality is with the token prices is that it's a byproduct of Blizzard making it substantially more difficult for regular Joe to actually make more gold. And at the very set, I mean, it's a combination of factors, obviously, but nobody needs gold. This is what, you know, an economy revolves around desire to have and a desire to spend said currency. Without those two desires, it becomes stagnant. And it's that stagnation that's causing the token to go up. Nobody particularly needs gold all that desperately. Surprise, surprise, off the other side of Shadowlands, where everybody needed gold all the time to upgrade their legendaries. Now there's no longer that demand. Surprise, surprise, the token is spiking faster than it ever has. Because nobody really needs gold. But there's still more than ample people that, given the option, would like to play the game for free. And there's plenty enough people off the back of Shadowlands that made disgusting amounts of gold and still don't care about spending 400k on a token, 500k on a token, 600k on a token. They're not bothered because it's only a fraction of the gold that they have. Complete pendulum swing from Shadowlands in terms of gold requirements, yeah. And one of the biggest driving factors to persuade people to spend gold is like a nice juicy carrot on the end of the stick, right? So obviously we saw all sorts of silly business going on at the start of Dragonflight, 100k weapon enchants and all sorts of crazy things. But that was because everybody had been fully reset. Everybody was competing against everybody else from the ground up to get anywhere. And that level of competitiveness drives demand for resources and whatever. And at the beginning of an expansion, those resources are historically quite expensive because there's not much supply of them. And there's not many materials knocking about. Markets haven't stabilized. Yet now, though, you could probably, even doing Mythic Plus and raiding, coast on very little expenditure. And you're unlikely to be spending big on gear, because look at the crafting order system. People can basically get Mythic crafted gear basically for free. Almost for free in comparison to what it was costing people to do even something remotely similar in Shadowlands. But it will all catch up with itself, though. It will catch up with itself because you have far less ways and means to make gold in a simplistic fashion. You really have to be doing something really quite elaborate to get anywhere right now with gold making, which is one of the fundamental issues with it. But you've got to be doing something really elaborate. So the reality is most people aren't. And that's buying power switches. When materials are cheaper, end products are cheaper. Surprise, surprise, right? When some of the eventual wealthy people out there who have lots of gold and are willing to buy all these tokens consistently, once they either get bored of the game, quit, or run out of gold, the demand will swing in the other direction. This is the nice thing about supply and demand and player-driven economies. They sort of self-regulate themselves to a degree. Blizzard control what goes in and what goes out. And if Blizzard are producing a good game, there's a technical word for this that I can't remember. But if Blizzard are producing a good game, the frequency and the speed of which the economy operates at increases. And the faster gold moves hands from one person to another and in frequent times, and the frequency in which that happens, the healthier the economy gets. The closer you get to a stagnated economy, the worse the economy actually, it almost hits a downward spiral almost. If it gets too bad, it struggles to recover itself. But this is just general economics. People are cheap, even with a token at 300k plus. People won't buy one for $15. Would rather beg for free crafts. Well, they don't even have to beg for free crafts. They basically get handed free crafts. There's an element of crafters bringing this upon themselves for the fact that they weren't willing to stick up for themselves on prices. With the amount of people that started doing work orders and putting in phrases like tip what you want, well, you brought it upon yourself then. You can't say tip what you want and then be surprised when people give you nothing. If you're going to give people the freedom to choose exactly what they pay for something, you cannot be surprised when the majority of people pay nothing. That's just simple science. If crafters were more religious about saying, right, I'm standing in Valdrakken for an hour, I'm gonna charge. I want to make 50k an hour by crafting. That means I'm going to spend the first 20 minutes of the hour advertising I'll craft anything that I can craft and I'll charge 20k. Once I've had a few customers and maybe I get closer to my 40, 50k an hour target, maybe then if I start getting lots of customers, I can be slightly more generous and be less greedy and drop my prices a touch. Or alternatively, if you start with the methodology of, I want to make 50k an hour selling crafted gear in Valdrakken, if you start off at 5,000 gold and you get more customers than you know what to do with, and you still feel as if it's not worth your time because you're not really let's say you do 5 or 6 orders, but it gets really frustrating to do them, up your prices. But this is the whole tip what you want mentality is difficult if you expect to make lots of gold. Just counterproductive. Oh, that one escaped. I hate this world quest. This was really annoying. Right, you're on the shore. You should be dead now. There we go. Boom. Just throw it up on public orders and it's filled in minutes. Yeah, the result, you know, this is often seen, right? People say that they don't want something to be the way that it is, and they kick up a big stink about it, and then once it changes, they realize that the change is actually worse than what it was previously. But, you know, this is why Blizzard don't strictly listen to all of the outcries, because in some scenarios they know full well that if they change something in one way or another, it's actually just going to cause more problems, so they don't bother. Oh, this is an empowered one as well. Happy. I don't think we killed this dude today. Or I don't know. Missed the tooltip, whatever. The true metric to define anything by, though, which when you boil all of it down, regardless, you can point fingers and you can blame certain aspects and you can sort of, you know, you can derive why something didn't work all you like. But the reality is if something's not fun in the game, it's a video game. If something's not fun, people are very, very unlikely to engage in it unless there's a significant reason for them to do so. And crafting was made not fun for most people this expansion, which you could kind of see from the word go that people weren't really going to gel with it. You could always tell that, from the word go, people were like, oh, this inspiration multi-craft, it's all too complicated, too many specs, all of this. It was very, very obvious to see that there was going to be a huge portion of people that just wouldn't like it. Yet, there's a vast amount of people that do like it. But the problem is that you're making a video game. The reality is that you kind of do need to entertain the people that are playing your video game. Or when they are not entertained, guess what they tend to do? Either complain about it very aggressively or quit. We got little to no testing. Well, with things like the work orders, there was very, very little testing. We didn't get a usable version of the work order system till about 2 weeks before the expansion launched, which when you look at it that way is absolutely ludicrous. And even during that time, I and many others were very vocal about this as a work order system isn't going to be very attractive to people. Isn't favourable to realistically anybody. You're heavily strangling the people that are making the system work. It's kind of odd, right? It's kind of ridiculous because the people that don't particularly care too much about the work order system and the new crafting system are people that have no desire to engage with it. There are people that can, you know, within 3 seconds of requesting a piece of gear to be made for them, we'll have 4 people whispering them and all saying that they'll do it practically for free. So for the end user, it's probably fine. Negating the fact that it's not super user-friendly, to be honest, that somebody that wants a piece of gear crafted has to all of a sudden start getting the materials to have that piece of gear crafted. I suspect in many cases they're like, well, why the fucking hell is the crafter not doing this, you know? Isn't this why crafters do crafters things? Isn't this why people play with the professions? So then, you know, they just set a price and I pay it, sort of thing. how many goblins were warning about the system's flaws? How many people warned that it was too complicated for the average user? Oh, yeah. There was loads of it. But for the most part, it fell on deaf ears, and it's probably because with 2 weeks before the expansion was going to be launched, it was already set in stone. There was no time for any significant changes. This is why, come the start of the expansion, they had to... I don't know how many of you remember, but like in the first couple of patches of the expansion, they were making pretty vast changes to how it all worked. Still not buckling on, you know, some of the more common issues, such as like guaranteeing quality. But, you know, going from requiring people to provide all of the materials to making it so that people only had to provide the soulbound materials, which just swung the problem from one direction to another. It was a band-aid fix that didn't fix anything. Oh, you want to see orders? Okay, well, we'll show you the orders. Just because they don't stick around for more than 3 seconds, we'll show you the orders. But by showing you the orders, we'll show you just how many people are trying their hardest to get something for free. It was so silly. And it still is. This is why I don't do world quests. You get me ranting about stupid things. How long have we got? 5 minutes until the next stream surge. Stupid tackle boxes everywhere. The only orders I see now are scam orders. Well, this is the problem. Like, they decided that the way to make it seen that there are actually orders, because there were some crafters that genuinely believed that orders didn't exist. I think they genuinely believed that there is actually nobody ever placing an order, when the reality was, if you use your brain for 2 seconds, you'd realise that within 30 seconds of an order being placed, there was somebody there ready to craft it for them. That's why you never saw any public orders when you went to the board, because if you absolutely 100% had to be in the right place at the right time. And so it painted the illusion that there was just never any orders, which wasn't true in the slightest. There was a vast amount of orders. If you were to sit there repeatedly refreshing your order table, you'd probably see quite a few. And there were multiple times where I sat there for like 20 minutes, half an hour, and filled like 10, 15, 20 orders. It was just, once again, it wasn't fun. when we take everything back to that one variable, soon as you remove fun from a video game, people lose the desire to do it. People do not want another job. People play this video game to get rid of their, stress of having a job. Right. Do we reckon we should probably head to the Dream Surge again? It's about here, isn't it? How are we doing on this stuff? 5:57. It might be a good time to look at the Waking Shores from an all the things perspective and start chipping away at this with a strong presence in the zone. Oh, Harken Grimstone is up. Oh, if we can get there, that's money in the bank, that is. What's the odds we can get there before he's already nuked? How many people are going to have that timer How many people are gonna... I mean, he's got to be dead already by now, surely. Oh my god, he's not. I did not expect to get here. Yoink. Yo, that's worth 55 coalescence. That's absolutely worth the kill. It's triple loot tables. I've just realised I don't care about things like scout packs. I have no inclination to ever pick one of those things up ever again. Although the irony is when we start looking at what we need to spend our Dragonile supplies on, we'll very quickly realise that damn, these stupid flipping expedition scout packs were actually a remarkably good way of getting Dragonile's are they called Dragonile artifacts? Jesus, I can't remember. Anyone would think I don't play this game much. Dragonile supplies, yeah. I might start going on a bit of a shopping spree for these things, you know, just so we can get this list a bit smaller. The empowered rares get a 1-minute shield so people can travel to it when the spawn message comes up. Yeah, the Harken I don't think is an empowered one. Or maybe it is, because it was given Dream Surge. So maybe it does give people a minute to get there. It was already being pew-pewed when I got there, though, and I went straight there the very second I saw the... and I wasn't that far away. These ancient stones are an easy one. These just require you flying around and clicking on them, don't they? I'm quite sure they do. I think my map even shows where they are, look. That must be handy notes doing that. Oh, there he is. Big dude's up. Wrecked. Is that it? Oh, I love the amount of people who you can clearly tell this is the first one of these they've done in the day. And they're like, oh, was that it? What we do now is we use our return to camp and we go do the rift. You can, if you're clever and you're quick, on the hour, you can fit in not only the Dream Surge, but you can also get the Rift done as well, if you are still in need of anything from the Rift. Like I myself am, because I'm not quite got the rep filled out. Forgot about the riffs. I was doing them. Then Baldur's 3 came out. And then WoW just left your memory. Like so many other people that went and played that game. In a way, I'm kind of a bit sad I didn't play Baldur's Gate 3. It's one of those games now that I'll probably pick up and probably never get round to playing. Because unless... the reality is I would find it very, very difficult to justify spending 200 hours playing a video game if I wasn't streaming it or making YouTube content about it. That's kind of the harsh truth about... It's the downside. Like, there isn't many. This is not me complaining in any way, shape, or form, but it is one of the downsides of doing content creation for your living, right? Is that you look at it from the perspective of that, you know, is this going to be worthwhile me spending 200 hours playing? And that 200 hours could so easily be spent playing something else that you can also make content on. Now, I don't think it's really, you know, a single player RPG, kind of like Starfield, to be honest. Like Starfield, you know, there are people making YouTube content on Starfield right now and they're doing really well out of it. But it's because they're just, you know, they're also the people that had access to the game for 2 weeks before it came out and like figured out all of the secrets and where all the good shit is. And now now embargoes are lifted. They're just telling everybody and hoovering up free views. I wasn't fortunate enough to join that club. I take full advantage of that though when it comes to things like, you know, the Shadowlands beta, the Dragonflight beta. So it's, you know, comes around, goes around. Oh, I should probably use one of these before I forget. What are we killing? Strike the apex pterodactyl with your dragon riding mount. Oh, okay. Get slapped. Content creation and hobbies are a tough mix for that reason. Yeah. Like I said, it is absolutely zero complaint because I've somehow manufactured my number one hobby to also be my profession, which is, you know, it's a dream come true for many reasons. But at the same time, like with anything, there is some drawbacks. And one drawback is I find it very hard to justify playing large games that I don't feel are good for content. That's not to say I will only play a game for content. Starfield, I knew full well, for me, was not going to be great for content. But I absolutely wanted to play it to see what it was about. Baldur's Gate, unfortunately, falls into the same category. That it's probably an incredible game, but it's also a game that would take a minimum of 50 hours to really see it properly, to experience it properly. Which I might do at some point. I'm not discrediting that I'll ever play it. I think for me now, the next big one on my horizon is probably the new Assassin's Creed. I'm tempted to play, you know. I'm very tempted to play the new Assassin's Creed. I've not played an Assassin's Creed game for a long time. It might be time. City Skylines 2 comes out at the end of October. I want to say 24th. That's going to be big news for me. And then shortly after that, I would suspect a week or two after that, I would imagine we'll get 10.2, which is obviously big business. And then it's Christmas, so I like to keep December relatively open. No plans for December. Do what fits into often a semi-busy schedule. Did we get 3 boxes? We did. 1, 2, 3. Let's just lurk and go into here. How we doing, Nobby? Welcome in. Good evening to you. In we go, in we go, in we go. I've lost a week and a half to Captain of Industry. Update 1 is baller. Who did I see playing that? I saw somebody playing that. It's probably Neilhouse. As a base builder fan, I'm tempted to give that a go as well. It looks quite good. This is it's a good time of the year. It's a good time of the year for video games generally. There's always something. There's choice. I love me some choice. The best feeling is, having a handful of things you want to do and having to choose which one you want to do most. Because at the beginning of the year, you tend to go through a period where there's nothing you want to do. And that's really sad. Yes. Why would I not want to do that? Confused. Buy a thorn hatchling. Those things are still reasonably valuable. Think, brain, think. Where does that get me rep-wise? 10,700. So like 7 and a bit K to go. 7 and a bit K to go. I'm up to 10k snowflakes again. I need 30k in total to finish my collection of everything. Start shipping some of that over to my alts at some point.
Nabi Hall says, "Hey Stanley, how much is that doggy in the window?"
The one with the waggly tail.
Nabi Hall, that doggy in the window must be a rare breed indeed. I'm afraid I'm more knowledgeable about virtual companions than those in shop windows. Would you like a digital pet recommendation instead?
Maybe Stanley doesn't know the rhyme. Just coming home from work. Where to start? Well, there is some new campaign quests which you could chip away at. The Dream Surges kick in every half an hour, which are in the Waking Shores. Additionally, all of the new profession achievements are a thing. I was working on some of these earlier, chipping away at some of the jewel crafting ones. Oh, I actually did. One of my jewel crafting ones is fantastic figurines. Craft or repair each of the figurines listed below. I actually put all of the figurines that I know how to craft into a group just to see what the damage would be crafting all of these. I'm looking at 66,000 gold in crafting costs to make all of these, just for 5 achievement points. So yeah, that's unlikely to ever happen. I love crafting random things for no apparent reason, but on the premise that I would probably struggle to sell many of these because everybody else will be doing the same. That's a big stinky, probably not happening. To have to do the jewel crafting dailies again makes me itch in places that you don't want to scratch. So that's not happening. Crafting the items will probably do. Leatherworking, I haven't done any of these yet. So yeah. My main goal really was just to get the Master of All achievements. That's the one thing I really wanted. As it's a nice tick to say that you've played with all of the professions from every expansion ever. I just need to finish Legion. Alchemy, mining, engineering, and inscription. And then, of course, orders. I haven't done today's secret, though. Should we have a little bit of a look at today's secret? What is idol searching? Another note from Kathos. Kathos's order just arrived. It said that a Marok artifact hidden within one of the burial mounds of the Eternal Kurgans is at risk. The note mentions ancient incense concealing the artifact from outsiders. The rest of the info is in the note. Best of luck, adventurer. So what does this actually say then? Kathos, another artifact, has come up in confiscated notes from recent looters. This time they reference the idol of Anara. It's said to be an ancient artifact whose keen eyes can quickly spot nearby treasures. If the location of this artifact is compromised, we must secure it quickly before it gets into the hands of looters. The notes we found reference 3 incense braziers that must be lit for the location of the idol to be uncovered. The note also had the Eternal Kurgans underlined, so the incense and the idol must lie within the burial mounds in the Anaran Plains, southwest of Terakai, or Tirakai. Hurry, you and your new associates must find the idols before it's too late. So, the assumption is that we are going down here. And then we are doing something down there, potentially with this torch. That is to be confirmed. The dream thing's a 30-minute time rift. Yes. Yeah, every 30 minutes. Streamlabs is going to remind some of you on a regular basis that if you are playing Warcraft Rumble, that I have some new videos, some tips and tricks on Warcraft Rumble on the new YouTube channel, which is I'm getting it off the ground slowly but surely. So feel free to check that out if you are playing Warcraft Rumble or intend to play Warcraft Rumble when it goes global release. I know it's not available everywhere yet, which is somewhat frustrating, to be honest. I wish they'd just release it, to be honest, but the fact that I'm not very good at shameless promo will mean that I forget to remind people that I have that channel. Right, so it's probably got something to do with in these things, right? My suspicion is that we're going to need to go and poke about in these things somewhere. I thought that was an entrance and it's not. Is there something in here I should be paying attention to? Ancient incense brazier. How do I do something with it? The torch can empower it, apparently. Is that considered lit? Incense smoke rises and floats towards the entrance of the burial mound. Well, there's a couple more of these back here. Not to mention there's people running through them, which is a bit of a dead giveaway, to be honest. That's doing a thing. The incense smoke grows thicker. You follow it, leaving the entrance heading northeast. Have you seen a 1017 profession achievement with a reward yet? Negative. I don't think any of them actually got tangible rewards other than... In fact, no, I haven't. Yeah, there's the ones I've looked at personally. Seemingly no reward for any of them other than the achievement points that they come with. Actually, even the Masters of All, that seems like a really sad one. There should be an absolute Master of All achievement that should have come with some in, really. You've got the Master of All for each expansion, but if you had then all of them, you should get some in, you know. You know, a reskin of a long boy, just saying. Not in here. This way by the looks of things. Smoke grows thick. It's clearly heading in the direction of Tirakai. Let's just double check there's not anything in here. I swear I've received this like 3 times this week. Maybe I haven't, but it definitely feels like I have. Right, let me double check what that note was saying. Annoyingly, I keep seeing everybody flying in here, which kind of gives the game away that there's something going on in here. This is why actually doing the, if you want the full secret hunting experience, maybe doing this on not the day when it's the current one is maybe a good idea. What did the note say again? The note we found referenced 3 incense braziers that must be lit for the location of the idol to be uncovered. The notes also had the eternal Kurgans underlined. So the incense and the idol must lie within the burial mounds at the Anaran Plains southwest of the Tirakai. Right, the question is now then, where's the idol? Was that the third? Maybe the last one's up here. I swear I'd done these ones though. Now I've lost track of which ones I've done and which ones I haven't. I swear I'd just done that one. Confused again now. Three brasers that must be lit for the location of the idol to be uncovered. Okay, it doesn't actually give us any hint to where the idol then is itself. Other than in these things. Now, I think I've explored all of them. Did I explore this one? Let's go back through them in some sort of order. Right, that's definitely 2. That's not got an entrance. That's definitely 3. We've definitely lit 3. And the 4th in the city. We did one in here somewhere. Oh, god damn. The idol's like literally right next to it. What a donkey. The idol appears to be a figure of Anara carved from ceravite, an ore used in many Titan temples. Preservationist Kathos would surely be interested in this. We're going to get another toy. This is presumably the 3rd toy that we'll have now. And just in time, to head back and do the next Dream Surge. Very convenient. Oh, a couple more Dream Surges, we might get this thing, the renewed Magma Mammoth. Already up to 17 of these. What did you need? You needed 1,000 for the Duskwing Ahuna. Maybe we start with that one, and then we'll get the pets and the mounts after. It's going to be quite odd, you know, to basically have this whole event done in like a day. Then again, it is a catch-up thing. It's meant to be quick. It's meant to be easy. Maybe we use this patch to go and do the... Maybe we use this patch to go do the 10.0.7 content from the Forbidden Reach that I didn't do any of. Mount's bugged anyway. You learn it and nothing happens. It doesn't show up in the journal. Yeah, some people were saying that earlier, that it's a bit broken. Meaning I might just stockpile my dust to begin with. Not be too hasty in spending it. No, it's past. Let's go. past. So English. past. past. Oh, that was some serious lag. Is that sign of things to come? Seems like some pretty basic QA thing. Does the item give a mount? You'd think, right? Ooh, we're starting to rubber band. Oh, it's failing on us. Lag City's kicking in. Oh no, are we going to be stuck here for another 20 minutes? Alright, quick, pop a barrage.
Kuhani says, "Hey Stanley, how good is Blizzard's quality assurance department?"
Do
Kuhani,
they have one?
The quality assurance department at Blizzard is as vigilant as a paladin guarding a treasure chest. Though, like any mortal endeavor, occasional slip-ups may occur. But fear not, for the patches shall come.
He's always a glass is half full with our Stanley. Okay, I've now been barraging for about a minute straight again. Oh dear, we got, how many did we get? 1, 2 Dream Surges in without too much trouble. Now it's all gone terribly wrong. And I bet it's going to bug out the entire zone as well. Yep, still barraging. Oh, what a top quality game we play here. I guess I'll do the Surge thing next week. Deary, deary me. I mean, I do hope this is literally just a one-day thing and that they get this fixed. Oh, I've stopped barraging at least. Oh, game's thinking about it. I also haven't even had the press Alt F4 to reduce lag. Dream Surge Coalescence, that's all I want. Can confirm the Aussie style lemonade monster, quite tasty. Although I have my suspicions that it was imported from like Poland or something. So God knows what's actually in it. If we go too far, we disconnect. If we go too far and we disconnect, then it might... Harkan Grimstone is up again. If we go far enough away... Oh, of course. Oh, we're on our mount now. Oh, we're flying. Dragon riding buttons don't do anything. Oh, now I've run out of vigor. So difficult. This dude also seems to be spawning like every half an hour. I mean, it is actually nuking the entire realm, isn't it? Look. Oh dear. Pet's reviving. Don't stand in the fire. Okay, they're dead. Did I get loot? Okay. There's clearly then going to be the empowered rares are a once a day thing. They haven't readjusted their loot tables. So a cheeky weak aura to oh god, it's not going to register they get this, is it? A cheeky weak aura to keep track of which rares you have and haven't killed might be nice. Oh, I can't do anything when it's like this. Okay, well, it's disappeared, so maybe it's registered that I picked it up. It has. Good. Just Hearth Valdraken. I'm not standing around in this lag fiesta. There are too many better things I can be doing than playing a game that just functionally doesn't work. If I wanted to play a game that functionally doesn't work, I'd be playing Cyberpunk. I'd be playing Starfield right now. Okay, let's wait for this Hearthstone. Thinking about it. Thinking about it. Thinking about it. If I leave it long enough, will it do it? Let's put my Hearthstone on cooldown at least. At this pace, you should get about 6 months out of a 30-day time card. Good effort, that. I'm convinced if I stand here long enough, it will actually pause. It's not going to do it, is it? Oh, no. Oh. Like I said, you wait long enough. Oh, we'll time out though now. This is the problem. Right. Simple solution. We'll let the game do whatever the flipping hell the game wants to do. We'll go watch a YouTube video in the meantime. See what Kalani's got to say that we should be doing. He's lagging balls, look. Look, he's lagging balls. Oh, hang on. I just realised you guys, for some reason, have had Chrome muted. Start
Hey
again.
folks, this is Kalani. Patch 10.1.7 is finally here, and with it comes a whole new round of content to explore and plunder. We've got new outdoor world content, several new storylines to work through,
The
plenty
only
of new
footage you
ways
could
to
get
gear
was
up,
of an
level
absolute
up,
lag
and a
fest.
lot of special events to look forward to. But with so many options and so much going on, what should you do first in the new patch? Well, that's what we're going to break down in this video. There are some quests that you definitely want to get done. There are some specific rewards you should be going after, but some of this stuff is required while other parts are totally optional, so depending on what you want to do, you can save yourself a lot of time and effort in this patch. There are also a couple of reward traps that I want to warn you about, so here's what to do first in patch 10.1.7 and how you can avoid wasting your time. Now before we jump in, be sure to hit up that like button and subscribe so you never miss another video. First things first, patch 10.1.7 introduces the first chapter of the next seasonal story. So when you first log in, you should get a prompt to visit Chandra's Feathermoon in Valdraken. The quest is called a Sentinel Summon. She's super easy to find, right near the front steps. The Primalists are making their move, and they've recruited some fiery friends to their cause, all in an effort to break into the Emerald Dream to try and find our precious new world tree.
It's a
But
bit of a
not everyone
bit of
on
a
the
bit of a
primalist side agrees
bit,
with
bit of a
Ferek's
fight
methods,
between
giving us an
brother
opportunity
and
to
sisters.
bring an unlikely ally to our side. The story content is nice, and I like that it sets the stage for what will happen in patch 10.2. We get a little taste of where the story is heading, but it's more important than just giving us an early look. In patch 10.07, back when that launched, we got the first chapter of the 10.1 story to work through, but when patch 10.1 launched, that first chapter was still required if you wanted to move on to Zaralek Caverns. So in patch 10.17, this is going to be chapter 0 of 1 or 1 of 1 when you finish it for the Emerald Dream story, but this will most likely transition into the actual 10.2 story, and at that point it's going to be 1 of 9 or 1 of 8 or however many chapters we end up getting. My point here is that if you want to jump into the new content when patch 10.2 hits, you'll want to get this chapter done before then. Otherwise you'll be stuck running these quests in 10.2 while everyone else is delving into the Emerald Dream or wherever it is that we're going next. So be sure you get the main story campaign done in 10.17 if nothing else. Another set of story quests was introduced with this patch that deal with the Bronze Dragonflight and their relationship with the Infinite Dragonflight. This questline was really interesting and opens up the potential for some interesting story options later on to do with these two factions. At the top of the Seat of the Aspects, you should be able to find Chromie, who has a quest for you. So you may have skipped over it already if you've been looking for important new quests on your map. So if you talk to Chromie, they'll ask you to sit in on a little discussion between Nosdormu and a familiar infinite dragon, Eternus. Just a nice, peaceful chat between sworn enemies. What could go wrong? That's why Chromie wants us to tag along just in case. Can Nosdormu and the infinite dragonflight
what, are we the muscle? We're getting recruited because we're the muscle. Have you not seen that I'm a fluffy Vulpera nowadays? I ain't the muscle for nothing.
You'll have to find out by working your way through these new story quests. At the very end, you'll get these really cool Sand Timer Hourglass shoulder transmogs. There's one in the bronze colour and one in the
the
hourglasses. Transmog, there's one more reason to get these quests done. After you've completed this story section with Nosdormu and the Infinite Dragonfly, another quest should pop up in Valdrakken that herds you on over to Tierhold to continue with the reforging of Tyr storyline. This patch introduces part 3 where we go hunting for the lost discs of Tyr to try and restore him properly. This quest does require you to have completed the Chromie questline we just talked about, and you also need to have completed the previous questlines involving Tyr and his reforging process. Those quests are locked behind Valdrakken renown tiers, so if you haven't done those...
Whoa, Kalani's been slacking on his reps, look. Absolute slacker.
Quest, so you don't have the appropriate renown level.
This is what happens when you make content optional.
This quest just yet. So if you can't find this one specifically, you've got some catching up to do with the Valdrakken renown and the story quests you unlock there. So while these quests were not required for the main story campaign introduced in this patch, they are still required for some of the other side story quests. That's not all though, we also have a small storyline that deals with the remnants of the Sundered Flame and how the Drakthea are processing the death of Sarkareth. That's one more thread that gets wrapped up in this patch. You can find the start of that quest in Valdrakken over on the west side. The quest does show up on the map and it's called A Single Wing. So if you're interested in how the Drakthea story is progressing, get those quests done as well. So lots of new story content to move things along and get us ready for the next season and the next big chapter of Dragonflight in patch 10.2. It's not just story quests though, you'll also want to check out the new Dream Surge event, especially if you have some characters you want to gear up. This event is really simple, one of the 4 Dragon
really simple if it works.
The Dream Surge per week, so this week it's the Waking Shores and it will swap over next week and just rotate through the zones. While the event is active, you can hop on over to the Dream Surge icon on the map and find Hamel Rune Totem. He has 2 weekly quests for you, one that rewards you with a Dream Surge Chrysalis and the other one is going to reward you with a BOA box of 402 gear. The Chrysalis is super important because you can use them to buy 415 gear or worm crests from Rune Totem. This gives you an easy way to get pieces of gear you need at the higher item levels. So if you really need a weapon, you can just buy a weapon. If you really need boots, you get the idea. You can buy whatever you want. I would pause here though and take a minute. While getting quick 415 gear of your choice is definitely nice, these tokens are currently limited to just one per week by the looks of things, so they are quite restricted. Personally, I think we should have been able to get more than one per week. That's the point of a catch-up patch, is it not? To get caught up. 415 gear is
But the
not
catch-up
that
gear
high
is
of
like
an item level, and
402.
even though you can upgrade that gear pretty far, getting the crests to facilitate those upgrades isn't easy either. But that's where the other item on this vendor comes into play, a box of worm fragments. You get 15 fragments, so it's basically just one worm crest. So you can get 415 gear, or you can get one worm crest per week. I think the worm crests are more worthwhile because you can get 415 gear or higher from other sources like the Farak Assaults, other weekly events, the world bosses, lower end Mythic Plus dungeons, and the raid. There are a lot of sources that are available to all sorts of player types, but the worm crests are harder to get. They're needed to upgrade your gear to 437, so a lot of casual players especially have kind of been locked out of gear upgrades that require worm crests. So these events do give you access to 415 gear, but they also give you easy access to worm crests to let you finally upgrade your gear further. So I would
just
actually
focus
look
on
more towards the
transmog with
worm
those, to be
crests
honest.
if you're wanting to
I don't
maximize
care
your
about the
gearing
gear.
potential here. The other vendor has item level 402 bind on account gear tokens, so this is where the majority of your catch-up gear is going to come from. Each piece costs 100 Dream Surge Coalescence, and this stuff is super easy to come by. Killing rares or completing world quests in the zone
So
will
are the
earn you quite a bit of
dream-bound
this currency,
items.
as well as taking part in the Waking Portal
Every
event and
Dream
killing the
Surge, you
mini-boss
get one.
there.
You literally get one of these every 30 minutes, even if you're doing nothing but doing the Dream Surges. So you could theoretically, after a couple of days, like have a single one for every single slot. You could level up ults so fast with this.
There. The Waking Portals pop up every 30 minutes, and right now there are enough people running around these events to make them incredibly quick, so they only take a few minutes max.
Incredibly
Sadly,
laggy.
there are also so many people running them right now that you might not actually get to play properly, but as long as you get that one hit on the mini-boss for the tag, that's all you're going to need for the loot. Every big rare that pops up on the world map and gets announced in the zone becomes empowered, giving them extra abilities and better loot. This includes the Coalescence currency, but also the 402 gear tokens, so they can just straight up drop from rare monsters as well. You can also find some floating green balls in the zone in the air, and if you drag and ride through those, you'll get some Whelpling Crest fragments and some Dream Surge Coalescence, so keep your eyes open for those. All in all, between the vendor where you can buy specific gear tokens and the ones you get from random drops, you should be able to get enough 402 gear tokens during this event to instantly upgrade any of your alts gear up to 402, even if they just dinged level 70. This is going to be one of the fastest ways to gear up in the patch as well if you are below that 402 mark, so the 415 gear isn't really the catch-up gear in this patch, that's just letting you get a little higher than you might already have. The 402 gear is the real catch-up here. I would tinker around with the event, check out the vendors, and see if there's anything you want to work toward.
What do we think this does for crafted gear generally? I mean, it pretty... Unless you're... I don't think it makes a huge difference, does it? Because unless... I mean, 402 is still, you know, trash tier level gear, you know, to be honest. You're... Yeah, I don't think this makes much difference to crafters, because anybody that wants a piece of crafted gear is looking for heroic or mythic, usually, I would suspect. So it doesn't really make a difference.
During this patch. We also have two new heritage armor sets to unlock in this patch. The first one is for the Night Elves. It's a big throwback to the Warcraft 3 days, and the set looks great in my opinion. Beautiful filigree feather pauldrons. What more could you want for the Night Elves? To start this quest, you'll need to be level 50 or above on your Night Elf character. And then you can find the start of the quest in the Stormwind Embassy. It's a scroll on the table which starts the quest called the Clarion's Call. It's just the purple set that is available right now, but hopefully that white and silver version that was data mined from the PTR will be available later on, maybe as an addition to the storyline or quest line in a later patch.
Or they'll sell it to you with some tenders. I'd put money on that being the case.
The other race getting a heritage armor in this patch are the Forsaken. This one looks exactly like what you would think. Dark purples, coffins, skulls, spikes. You would fit in as a death guard in the Undercity wearing this getup. It's really cool. To start this questline, you need to be level 50 or above on your undead character. It's worth noting that you do need to have already completed the Return to Lordaeron quests to start this one. Patch 10.1.7 also introduces the heroic mode of the Dawn of the Infinite Mega Dungeon, so if you still haven't managed to work your way through the dungeon, you can now queue into it on heroic mode. Just open your dungeon finder, select specific dungeons, and then you can queue into either wing of the Mega Dungeon. It has been split into 2 wings with 4 bosses each to make them more bite-sized adventures, and they should also be quite a bit easier when compared to the Mythic difficulty mode. The gear and rewards will obviously be lower, but you'll be able to see the bosses and the story if nothing else. That's most of the stuff you can get done
presumably
in-game
the
right
rep.
now, but there are also a few things unlocking over the coming weeks as well. On September 12th, we'll be able to progress through the new Draenei story content to unlock new skin color options for your Draenei characters, so you can rock that cool Eredar red color. On September 26th, the Turbulent Timeways event will start up again, giving us constant back-to-back weeks of time-walking events. We'll go through the entire time-walking catalogue, and the weekly rewards should be increased up to heroic raid loot. There's also a new experience buff this time, which adds up to a total of 30% bonus experience if you keep stacking it up, so it's going to be a great time to gear up, level up ults, get time-walked badges, and any other time-walking rewards you might still be working on, like mounts or reputation. And then on October 4th, the Eastern Kingdoms Cup event will start. This is pretty much the exact same thing as the Kalimdor Cup event.
Look forward to that one.
In that. New dragon riding races
and Brewfest. They've redone Brewfest.
But this time it will be across the Eastern Kingdoms instead of Kalimdor, so a lot more zones to zoom through, more badges to collect, and more rewards to chase after. And that's pretty much it. This patch is going to serve as a huge catch-up patch for both leveling and gearing up to help everyone get ready for the next big patch for Dragonflight. So that's everything you can do in patch 10.1.7 and what I would recommend you do first. How do you feel about the first chapter of the new story being included in the 0.7 patches? Is it a good way to drum up hype and get everyone excited about where we're heading next? Or would you rather...
No. It's a terrible way to tell a story. I've said this many, many times. If you are telling a story and it's a good story, you want to be able to tell it people predominantly in one go. The more bite-sized chunks you split the story into, the less people engage with it and the less people care. This serves no greater purpose other than, well, it doesn't serve a purpose.
It all just be included in the major patch instead. What are you going to be working on to get ready for 10.2? Leveling up your ults, gearing up your characters, or maybe something else? Leave all your thoughts in the comment section below. A big thank you to all of our supporters over on Patreon and to all of our members here on YouTube. You can see the names floating by on screen. If you'd like to add your name to the
reading
end
a
of every
book
video
one
with a
page
special
per
shout-out at the
week,
start
yeah,
of the next
exactly.
video,
It's
you can find links in the
tragic.
description over to Patreon or click the join button just below this video. And if you want to see more videos like this, make sure to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you never miss another video. Thanks for watching, folks. Good luck and have fun, and as always, I will see you next time.
Boom. Good job, Kalani. Well done. Good job. Good job. Yeah, I've been of this opinion for a long time, and I don't think there's much that would change my opinion on this. That drip feeding you storyline week by week is a terrible, terrible move. If you are really that desperate for content in a bite-sized chunk, don't split the one thing that makes most sense to have in one go, which is like the campaign story. This only leads to enforce people's desire to not play the game until the last patch, to when they can actually work through the story, or from start to finish. Let the game tell you a tale. If you split it up week by week, there's loads of other stuff that can be completely separated and can be, spread out across different weeks if they have to time gate and leave some stuff out. But under normal circumstances, campaign, no. Let people play the campaign through in one go. Was that the what? Hang on, please hold. Okay, so we're back. Tools of the trade. What was this achievement? Unlock the secret finding toys. Oh, we got all 3 of the secret finding toys now. Throw above your heads. My suspicions being we're going to need that, so let's put that on our bars. What else did we get? Brown tweed cap. Yoink. Next Lagfest starts now. You know what? I don't think I'm going to bother. It took me 10 minutes, 15 minutes to achieve absolutely nothing. I think we'll leave the Lagfest until at least tomorrow. What I can do, though, actually, let me get that, because otherwise I'll forget it. But what we can go and do is we can go do the Rift, because at least the Rift won't be completely chaotic. And there's a good chance we'll actually be able to do some of this. Satisfaction. Let me click the goddamn book. Oh, what? Oh, what? What's going on here? Tear the pages off. Go. Do you think we get 10-3? Oh, definitely. I'm not sure where these rumours have sprouted from that we won't get a 10-3. I can't see any reason why we wouldn't get a 10-3. A welcome in, though. I think it makes, especially considering the patch cadence that we've had so far during Dragonfly, I see absolutely no reason to not have a patch 10-3. Half the reason of them releasing patches on a more timely basis is so that they can squeeze in, 4 tiers of content per expansion, which I think is about fair. I can't see any reason for them to divulge from their November-ish release schedule on a 2-year basis. So I mean, they always are going to need a good 6 to 9 months of alphas and betas and development of the new one once it gets announced. So plenty of time to squeeze a patch 3 patch, a 0.3 patch in there. Plenty of time. I mean, it was a bit of a shock and a bit of an upset that we didn't get a 0.3 patch in Shadowlands. That's only because things kind of, internally went a bit wrong. I don't think that was setting a new precedent. I certainly don't think that's something that they want to be the norm. Players haven't exactly been overly positive with the last patch lasting a year. Yeah, exactly. And even from a business perspective, that's a terrible thing to do. Leaving people without fresh content for that long is an absolute guaranteed way to incentivize people to go do other things. Which, when you're playing the attention game, isn't necessarily something you always want to do. I'm kind of quite... Are you really? Oh, we have to do it multiple times. Oh, hang on. I thought that was a bit easy. Boom. Genius, me. No 10.3 would mean a very long time from the next patch to the expansion. Yeah. I mean, if anything, I feel as if they're desperately trying to squeeze more patches in, not less. This, it's difficult, right? We were talking about this later, and I'm being really cautious to not, like, go over the same topics 12 times in a day, but we were kind of talking about this earlier, that this approach that Blizzard are taking of smaller chunks of content more frequently is a kiss and a curse. It's good because it gives, you know, those people who do want to just dedicate their lives to World of Warcraft, it gives them always something to be doing. But the flip side of that is there's an element of fatigue that comes with it as well, from players who don't particularly want to dedicate their life to it, that they are starting to feel, and I've seen this reported a few times, that people are starting to feel overly rushed with doing things. So yeah, it's a really fine balance. It's a really fine balance. But I think the general overall in an MMO is it's better to have more things to do than not enough. I think it's maybe because a lot of people have got into that habit of, okay, just do everything because I'll do everything because it could be 9 months until there's something new to do. When actually, you know, with a more relaxed approach to the different styles of content, it becomes more feasible to pick and do the stuff you like doing predominantly, and then there's no real downside per se of not doing everything. Obviously, previously, when there was player power attached to nearly everything, you felt that necessity to do everything. Can I get out of combat, please? Oh, Poppy, where's this thing? One of you. Most of the extra stuff has been pretty quick to finish. Sorry, Dormy took a week. Well, I mean, it took a week if you were doing every rift every hour for like 15 hours a day. Let's not forget that I'm still doing it now. I take a more casual approach to this sort of thing. I'm not quite as... I mean, if you wanted to just get the pets and mounts and stuff, you could bang it out quite quick. If you wanted to, like, complete it, it's taken a bit more time. But yeah, the point is that within the patch that the content comes out, you should quite comfortably be able to finish it. I mean, people will have these dream surges like done, signed off by tomorrow. You know, like it's practically like 2 days, and the people who care about getting anything from this new dream surges will have it done like double time. Everybody will be back. Everybody can go back to playing Baldur's Gate like in 2 days and it'll be fine. I think the buff to guaranteed drop was bugged. It never expired. Yeah, that was a strong reason to why people were able to finish it in that first week. Because yeah, you're right, it was bugged. You were meant to use these encapsulated Destiny things, of which you weren't meant to get many of them. 1 or 2 of them a week, not like guaranteed loot every time, every hour, on the hour. It starts to make a bit of a difference if you are doing it 15 times a day. Do you have a favourite class you prefer? I'm pretty much Hunter for life. I've played a BM Hunter since the dawn of time, pretty much. The only other class I've ever really like properly mained was a Paladin, of which I would flip between Prot and Ret. Never really too much into the holy Paladin stuff. For most expansions previously, I would have every class leveled. That was just always something I did. I've since Shadowlands though, I've been less bothered about having all of the classes. I've switched more to a completionist thing on my Hunter. You know, I chase all the things down. I like getting all of the... I've switched more to the professions and all the things than playing multiple different classes. So I tend to stick to the Hunter because I just know it inside out. So, yeah, the meme continues that all WoW content creators play BM Hunters, or Hunters in general. Because it's true. Let's send that before I forget to a character that can use it. And we have the second part of the day's secret. There's a hidden gem. Send... What is it? Two-handed mace. Using the Idol of Anara to find 3 hidden gems. Oh, it genuinely points you in the right direction. That's very clever. 2. Hang on, I'm way too zoomed out to see what the hell this thing's looking at. Aha, sneaky, sneaky. There we go. 3 gems. Boom. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's us caught up, I think, right? Until tomorrow. So we're keeping up with the secret stuff. That was a pretty easy one today. That wasn't too complicated. As far as they've gone anyway. Right. Maybe we should do these campaign quests if they are going to be somewhat mandatory to have done by the time 10-2 turns up. Time until next secret, 3 hours. Okay, we'll do that one tomorrow then. Still haven't done the Bane storyline. I should also get that done, really. Storm's Rest? Why have I got multiple campaign quests on my map? Why have I got Storm's Rest? How's that a thing? Very confused. It's way off in the corner, that is, isn't it? Hey, this is real sneaky. I don't think I've ever been down here. I mean, I'm assuming I have, but I don't remember being down here. Huh. Okay. What's going on here then? Dousing the wards. Farak and Varanoth are already here. I spotted them near the overlook at the northeastern edge of Ludane. Landing close to their location would reveal our presence, thus we're forced to begin our mission here. However, the bridge connecting this area to the overlook has been protected with fire magic. We will not be able to break through it. Farak's primalist allies appear to be maintaining the fire using wards set up around this area. Destroy the wards, the fire should subside. Okay. This area is swarming with far more primalists than I expected. Farak does not generally travel with guards, so I doubt the primalists are here to accompany him. They seem to be trying to establish a foothold here, but why? Perhaps whatever the incarnates are discussing will answer that question. In the meantime, let us thin out the primalists guarding the area. We cannot risk having all of them in full force behind them as we cross the bridge. Kill 8 doodads. Okay. These things are borderline hyper spawning right now. In fact, I genuinely think these are hyper spawning. I always get itchy when I spot a hyper spawn, especially a hyper spawn that drops loot. Usually way open for abuse. Gold as well. Owls of fire. Yep. I wonder if it's only for the duration of that. You're going to have flipping 2x4 farmers down here if this is actually a hyperspawn. Can we kill this one? Is there ever a point where there's nothing up? Okay, there's a very, very small period in time where there's nothing up, but then these two turn up again almost instantly. And from here, I can hit everything. Single spot hyperspawn. First mission in. Right. In before teams of druids and hunters are stacking out this area, ripping it apart. Okay, I don't think anybody's going to get rich off this, but you stack 8 accounts here, and it starts to add up. You'll get, yeah, I suppose one saving grace is that you'll get mass reported into the floor if you multi-box this location, or even start making parties for it. Greys, reasonably valuable greys. Oh. One spot hyper spawns. Dangerous territory. Maybe it's just because there's so many people in the zone. Is that everyone? No, that's only 2. I guess I keep getting interrupted when trying to do these. 3. One more. Is this still... Oh, no, this is in the Anaran Plains. I was going to say, if this is if this spot had... This would be crazy for power leveling if you had the 25% buff here. This would be absolutely ludicrous for leveling if you had the 25% buff. I mean, it might be pretty good without it, you know. Unless, of course, it's instanced off, so you have to be level 70. That if you don't have the quest, that it's not the same, which is possible. Through the flames, Druids of the Flames, to think they still exist, we have permission to complete. We need to cross the bridge to get close enough to the incarnates so that we can overhear their conversation. I will shroud us so that we can move between the elementals, still guarding the way forward. Collect 4 smouldering blossoms whilst crossing the bridge. Do I see a flower near the bridge? This big thing? Right, let's rock and roll. How do we get past that then? Can we just go around this way? Oh. Easy mode. That's what I thought something was off there. Oh, hang on. Hang on. Am I meant to have clicked those on the way through? Oh, jeez Louise. There was me thinking that these were just rebuffs. Okay. Reverse. Reverse. Read the quest, Manthius. Read the quest. Ah! Okay, we got him. Nice. Do you see that up ahead? The Druids of the Flame have captured what appears to be a keeper, a guardian of nature, sacred to our people. If their power is already enough to stay hidden with me, and we'll listen to the incarnates and perhaps discern what the Druids intend to do with the keeper. Sneaky, sneaky mode. Oh. It's not intentional. I don't know why.
Those druids have opened.
Yeah, I'm not sure why.
We cannot return the way we came. I will hold off anything that comes through. Dispatch the keeper quickly. Then we can escape.
Oh well. At least I didn't spoil it for people. I had no idea that you guys didn't have game sound up until now. Because it should have worked. I had to turn it off, and I had to do the old school turn it off, turn it on again. And then it decided to play game. Oh my god, what's going on here? How did we defeat him? I mean, he's gone.
I am listening. Consider it done.
Well, they do say you cannot kill what does not exist. And he doth not exist. Hello, game? He was there a second ago. Maybe that was the end of... We can wait a minute. It's fine. Oh, no, we can't wait a minute. There's a flipping thing in, like, 2 seconds. Right, nuke him. Go. Get him dead. Go, go, go. We've got dream surges to lag out in. Oh. Oh, I mean that... Oh, okay.
I never miss a shot.
I poked him and he died. So the Druids of the Flame have allied with Farak to help him invade the Emerald Dream. They were able to turn that Keeper into the Flame with hardly any effort. Farak must be bolstering their power, perhaps as payment for their aid in accessing the Dream. We need to mobilize troops immediately to find every Druid of the Flame on the Dragon Isles and stop them. Go to Captain Drine in Valdraken and alert her. She will dispatch the Draconoids. I will go to Merithia and handle things here. Deliver your report, blah, blah, blah. Okay. In that case, there. Take this whistle. Flight whistle? Quest item flight whistle? Can I have permanent flight whistle, please? They announced releasing 10.2 news tomorrow. Didn't? Oh, they've announced an announcement, have they? They do like announcing announcements. I think I've missed this time rift.
Order. So that is why Farok has been focusing his assault on the Onoran plains. I will meet with... Wait. That sudden chill. Do you feel it? By the aspects. She is here.
I will find Alexstrasza. You will not stop me.
New zone, new raid, new legendary.
You are not welcome in our city.
I must
Hang on.
speak with Alexstrasza. Out of my way. All of you.
Blizzard has released a short teaser on Twitter for the Guardians of the Dream content update, featuring a world zone, a new raid tier, and a new legendary in Season 3 of Dragonflight. The patch 10.2 content preview will arrive tomorrow, September the 7th at 10 AM PDT. When is 10 AM PDT? 8 PM tomorrow evening. Well, I guess we're streaming tomorrow evening as well then. Sure, okay. On X, get it right.
In the next Wowcast, we're going to be talking about our upcoming content update, Guardians of the Dream, which features a new zone, new raid, and a new legendary. Please follow and watch only on youtube.com/Warcraft.
Oh. Oh, that was it. Oh, okay. So we either get 11.0 end of the year or spring. End of next year. I don't think I want to read the replies on this, do I? New legendary. Please don't make it for evokers. If the blue post doesn't start with "we deleted Orgvoker because it fucked up the game," sorry, I don't even care. Story, yeah, I'm interested since something started to happen after 1 year, but gameplay, whatever balance tuning the intern's gonna do, whatever rework they're gonna come up with, comp won't change. Orgvoker, utility DPS, current best DPS. I hope at least they fuck mages and get new DPS in here. Oh god. Somebody's a sour little mythic plusser. You're going to be starting regular evening stream. Well, it's not my intention. But if they are going to announce things in the evening, then, you know, kind of comes with a job. Okay, fair enough.
Derpalicious says, "Hey Stanley, should Manthias do more evening streams to increase revenue from Twitch Prime?" Oh, Derpalicious, evening streams and increased revenue from Twitch Prime go together like tea and crumpets. So by all means, let the evening reveal its pixels and bring forth the Prime subs.
Yep. Hey, if it brings forth the Prime subs, I'll keep it up. That's all I'm saying. Alright, cool. Alrighty. So, tomorrow, 8 PM. Start stream at about 7 PM tomorrow then, maybe.
My forces protect.
Stanley sure does love his Prime subs. Stanley does what Stanley's told.
Glory
Oh, everyone shut the fuck up.
Speak with your dragon queen.
Then speak.
No doubt you are aware of what my brother is after.
Every gateway to the Emerald Dream has been secured and is well defended.
It is not a gate he seeks. With the druids of the flame at his side, Farak will tear his way into that realm and march his forces upon the World Tree.
His forces, they will fail. This World Tree will not
Hey, there I am.
be burned.
There I am.
Burn it. He comes to claim it. To twist its pure heart into a mirror of what his own has become. Cruel, blazing with insatiable malice, and wreathed in shadow. I cannot stand with him. He is my brother no more.
Sibling mutiny.
Virinoth.
Do what you will with this knowledge. Farewell, Alexstrasza.
Stabbed a brother in the
Stand
back.
with us. Why would I do that?
Because you are a protector of this world. And you do not want to see it burn. Please, hear me now. I failed you before. I failed our people.
Yes, you did.
I will not fail them again. Stand with us, Virinoth, for all dragonkind.
I can't be the only one that thinks that this storyline is way too fluffy for me to care. All I could think of was those your character in a cutscene memes. Go on, shoo. Shoo. Be off with ya. Be off with ya. Look me in the eye. God damn you, tall.
I serve the aspects.
Interesting.
Guards, back to your posts.
All I could think about was Mummy Alexstrasza. Jesus, Derp. Christ. Go take a cold shower. She's coping well considering what she's been through. Okay. A single wing. What's this quest got entail for us then?
Amithra, have you and Maratos made contact with the holdout Drakthir settlements? Any news of Desrin?
Scare Commander. The
Looking
Sundered
pretty
Flame.
good for being over 10,000 years old.
Flame? How?
I do not know. We were
I mean, you have
surrounded,
MILF,
but only fallen
GILF.
and ambushed.
What do you have if you're over 10,000 years up? The Sundered Flame live on. We have been trying to locate and some word that I can't say. Independent brands of Drakthir here in Valdrakken. Given that he used to be one of them, could be in grave danger. We must investigate and ensure his safety.
Stay true.
Right. That's sending me where? All the way down the other end of the world. Right, screw that then. We'll do that another day. Let's get some world quests done here. What time is it? 41 minutes past. We have a grand total of 665.
I have many wares.
Dragon Queen, I'd like to. Right. We're already racking up the... racking up the armor tokens pretty quick.
Farewell, friend of the Grummles.
I wonder if this means we'll get the 10-2 PTR at the same time. If we get 10-2 PTR at the same time, that would make me a happy goblin. Because, truth be told, I cannot really see what 10-1-7 is going to do to keep me occupied until 10-2 at this point in time. We've got 8 more days of secrets, which we can either choose to do daily or just bang them all out in one go. I technically still have some Nax and some ZG stuff to finish. We have the new profession achievements to chip away at. Yeah, this is just for the purpose of saying I have, sort of thing. All the satchels to visit. Is there something for those? Find 5 buried satchels by using rumors from around the community. Do we know where these are right now? Six are known. Secrets that do not have a direct quest attached to them. Clues for these secrets are instead offered outside the game in posts on Blizzard's social media such as Blue Posts, Twitter account, Instagram. 2 achievements for uncovering community rumors. 5 and 10. The forum post was especially weird, as not only community manager Kyvax posted on a thread that went 4 days without replies previously, Kyvax's reply had nothing to do with the thread itself. The original thread was about a player happy to have finally obtained the elusive Tusks of Manaroth's shoulder transmog, whilst Kyvax posted about Eastern Plaguelands. What's going on in Eastern Plaguelands today? Oh, it's subtle, right? Corin's Crossing. If you go to the location of the screenshot from the Instagram account, you will find a plague plaque embedded into a tree stump just before the bridge that leads to Corin's Crossing. Clicking on the plaque will equip your previously obtained tricked out thinking cap and give you a new set of coordinates. Following the coordinates given to you by the thinking cap will leave you to a mound of dirt behind a house in Corin's Crossing containing the first satchel. Clever. Let's chip away at these then. So we need to go to Corin's Crossing first in Eastern Plaguelands. About here, by the bridge. Don't I have Pet Charm Portal? Dalaran Hearthstone. Pet Portal. Faster. Faster than Zygor. Zygor doesn't know about this trick. Oh, why is my game running like ass? Oh, it's better now. Destiny 2 once had an in-game puzzle riddle that led to a real-world location where the studio Vicarious Visions had buried a treasure cache. That's clever. Didn't it say something about a plaque engraved into a tree stump or something? Did I dream that? No, not there. Plague plaque. From here, northeast 15 cogs minus 15 bolts. What was it? Like 15 minus 15 or something? What did it say? I can't flip and remember. God, I got brain like a sieve. A small mound of dirt somewhere next to a building. Eh? I swear it said for like 15 minus 15. Did it not? Did I dream that? Hang on, what does it flipping say? "15 minus 15. Do you know what spec in Jewel Crafting gives better crafting chance for profession equipment? I don't think there is anything that directly boosts that strictly. Probably enterprising. Yeah, profession equipment, enterprising.
Smooth George 1 says, "Hey Stanley, do you maybe know which spec in JC gives better crafting chance for prof equipment?" Smooth George 1, the enigmatic world of professions in WoW. While I can't peer into the depths of every specialization, I'd suggest consulting fellow gamers or delving into the forums for advice. May RNG be ever in your favor.
Pretty solid advice. But yeah, enterprising. Max out toolset mastery and get enterprising. That's about as far as you're going to get. This is just all gems. This is rings and necklaces and like random shit. Yeah, it'll be enterprising node. Why does 15 minus 15 take me into the middle of the water? That's clearly not right, is it? $15 minus 15 is here. No, it's a lie. It's weird because I'm maxed at dual crafting, toolset, and enterprising, but most tools aren't even ranked for 100%. I'm at 86 skill. Well, you got 14 skill to gain still. I mean, you should be able to guarantee rank 4. I would check that you have Jeweler's Toolset Mastery maxed out. JC Toolset and Enterprising. Oh, extravagancies as well, look. You need 30 points in extravagancies. Improves your ability to create non-glassware reagents of all sorts and profession gear. That'll be it. That'll give you another 30 points on top of the 14 that you're probably missing from here. That'll be the one. Yeah, you should be able to get about here. My Jawcrafter's maxed, so you'll get here-ish. And then you can either use Illustrious Insight to guarantee, or you can chance it with Inspiration. Cogs and bolts. 15 cogs minus 15 bolts. $15 minus 15. Well, what if we go minus 15, 15? Okay, well, minus 15, 15 is then this round here somewhere. How have I got this so wrong? How can I be using a Wowhead guide and still getting it terribly, terribly wrong? Following the coordinates given to you by the thinking cap will lead you to a mound of dirt behind a house in Corin's Crossing. Well, it really doesn't. This is 15, 15, not 15 minus 15. The flipping note's wrong. This is 15, 15. I'm not going crazy, am I? That's 15, 15. Now I know where we're going. I can... That says 15, 15. This very clearly said 15 minus 15. Please tell me I'm not going crazy. 15 minus 15. No wonder I couldn't find the flipping thing. The instructions are wrong. Stupid game. Quality control on another level, that is. Shit, now I've got to find it again. Where was it? Here it is. 15, 15. Buried satchel. Assorted fractals, 250 gold, and 2 rank 1 potions. Wow, they really pushed the boat out there. Really pushed the boat out. With the announcement tomorrow, have you looked at when 10.2 is likely to release? Yeah, mid-November. My money's on mid-November. I don't know the exact date, but, like, we're looking at mid-November. Tuesday, 14th of November. That's where my money's on. 14th of November. The clue for this satchel came from the Blizzard Blue post announcing the items for the trading post in September. Some of the images showcasing the new items have a map on their background, specifically highlighting the Blood Venom Falls area of Felwood. Oh, clever. Felwood by a large body of contaminated water. Right, to Felwood then. I've probably got a fair few traders tender stuff by now, haven't I? Shall I have a quick look? What's in me box? 400. Okay, we're not quite there then.
Safe travels, hero.
And then I guess we just fly. Guess that kind of works. Let's get into Felwood and then we can use the coordinates. So how many? We need 10 technically of these, don't we? But only 6 of them have been found so far. So I guess there's one community satchel sort of per day as well, meaning that tomorrow's blue post is likely to contain something secret as well, or satchel based. Whoa, I forgot how high up Hydra was in comparison. Big old tornado. Never liked Felwood, you know. Never been a zone that's really, really grabbed me. Never particularly liked this place. Can we even get through these trees? Surely we must be able to just fly through these, right? Yeah, good. Whew. Worried for a second there. Can anybody see a pile of dirt? Oh, right here. Right here, look. Loose dirt mound. Boom. Number 2. 2 jars of ashes. I'm rich. Right, number 3 then. Clue for this satchel came from the latest Blues Clues news roundup on September the 1st. The usual SEO image of the gnome and the blue Highland drake had been edited. A faint map of 1,000 needles with the cursor hovering by the Razorfen Downs can be found just under the drake's neck. What? Oh! Here! Dear Lord. People who find these need to get out more. The third community satchel can be found in an underwater cave right below the Razorfen Downs area in Thousand Needles. The satchel can be found in the northernmost area of the cavern by a pit near some kelp. Okay. In-game coordinates. In-game map pin. To there. Right. Thank the Lord for neckbeards. Amen. Amen, brother. I'd never finding these things. Portal to the Caverns of Time downstairs. And then we fly. I quite enjoy these silly little things from time to time, you know, in the game. I do feel as if they are just, you know, ultimately time killers, but they're, it's that kind of stuff that I've been a big advocate for, really. Stuff that sends you back out into areas of the world that you wouldn't, under normal circumstances, be visiting. Because it's easy to forget just the vast quantities of landmass that this game has to explore. Now, if you've played the game for 20 years, you've probably spent a good amount of time in each zone, just, you know, over the years, but sometimes it's nice to have a reason to go back to them, just to see what's going on, really. This might also be a good time to point out that the Fog of War is, you know, the in-game, the view distance has been cranked. Is my settings for that, like, at max? Is view distance even a setting anymore? View distance 10. So, I mean, from here, look, you can see, like, way more than you used to be able to. Unfortunately, it's night time, so it's probably not the best time to do this. But you can literally see, like, all of Thousand Needles. It's quite cool. All of Zul'Farrak from above. Is it Zul'Farrak? I think it's called Zul'Farrak, isn't it? The flipping Transmog Haven. Or one of them. I've always wondered, you know, I've always wondered why vanilla content is so aggressively focused on when it comes for farming transmog. I mean, there were like 12 expansions after that. Why is none of that stuff particularly farmed? It's always baffled me. I mean, nearly every single raid has had BOEs drop. I suppose world drop items were at their, like, ironically, they were almost at their peak in vanilla. After vanilla, like, world drop stuff sort of dwindled very fast. Hey, somebody else doing the same, look. What did it say? Underwater cave. Oh, I remember this cave from back in the day. Boom. Number 3. Hang on, how do we get out of here? Oh, flipping out. Can you search for BOEs with tertiary stats on Orobos? I'm not sure. I've not tried before. Do you have a toy for the underwater survival besides the cursed swabby helmet? I don't know how I was surviving then, actually, by the way. Speed barge diving helmet. It's just a feature of the zone. Right, next clue. The clue for the Saturn comes from the Darkmoon Fair Blue Post announcement for the month. If you click on the picture of the Darkmoon roller coaster in the article, not the one on the top portion of the page, an image of Draenor Shadowmoon Valley will show up. The fourth community Saturn can be found inside the hollowed tree in Moonwillow Peak in Draenor Shadowmoon Valley, to the right of the plaque where the Prophet Velen is standing. Um... Garrison Hearthstone. Oh no, flipping hell, I'm Horde nowadays, aren't I? I'm in the wrong end of the map. Damn. Over here. Stupid Horde. Confusing me. Click the portal to somewhere else. I'm glad Zygor knows this. Portal hopping, jeez Louise. It's been ages since I've been back in Draenor. Oh god, look at the amount of stuff I need to do in Tanan Jungle. Defeat all of the rare creatures in Tanan Jungle. People had months to do this, and I still didn't do it. To be fair, I don't think I knew about all the things back then, so I probably wasn't paying too much attention to things like that back then. I had far more interesting things to do in Warlords of Draenor, like cap out garrisons on as many characters as I could feasibly manage. Never mind flipping running Tanan Jungle every day. That's the sucker's work.
Loktar, may your blades never dull.
Oh my god, it's gone 10 o'clock again already. No wonder I'm tired. I gotta stop this streaming 8 hours a day business. If I'm going to stream in the evenings, I need to stop streaming during the day. I'm not getting anything done. Starting in November, we're simplifying ad controls for pre-roll, post-roll, skippable and non-skippable ads to extend best practice and to optimize creator earnings. What the hell are you talking about, YouTube? Oh god, YouTube's changing ad policies again. Luckily YouTube, not Twitch. I just let YouTube do what YouTube needs to do with ads. I don't pay any attention to it. If I get a paycheck at the end of the month, I'm happy. Right, near where Velen's standing apparently, so there should be, if I remember rightly, there's a big stone or something up here you have to click. There used to be a treasure leaning up against it. God, that shows how, that shows how many times I've farmed all of the treasures in this place, because collecting the treasures back in WoD was one of the most optimal ways of leveling through the zone. How stupid that was is just on another level, but... so there's meant to be a dirt pile around here somewhere, near where Velen's chilling, or was chilling. Okay, not finding anything here. Hang on. Inside the hollowed tree, to the right of the plaque. Oh, yeah. Derp. There it is.
Interesting.
Can you do this on multiple characters? I'm just thinking by the end of this, if you can pick up these on other characters again, you know there'll be an Archfounder video. Go and collect these 10 packages, and it will give you 3,000 gold, and you can do it on every character. Do it on class trials and all sorts of silly things. Right, next one. The clue for this satchel comes from the day's Mog Monday tweet on the official Warcraft Twitter/X account. The image used for the post shows a mana forge in Netherstorm for the background. Ha! Mog Monday is no secret, or is it? Of course. In addition to this, Kyvax also mentioned Netherstorm in another weird forum post, this time bumping a thread with no replies for 10 days, and a thread talking about high elves. The office is closed for holiday. Hope you're having a good time in Netherstorm. It can be found by a cluster of crystals at the Mana Forge, Banar in Netherstorm. The satchel operates a bit differently from the others and will not be spawned initially. You need 3 people? Oh, shit the bed. Right, boys and girls. Boys and girls, I need 2 people to come to Netherstorm with me. To channel their Torch of Dudars, obtained from day 4 of the main Secrets of Azeroth event, for the mound of dirt containing the satchel to spawn. Once you're close to the correct area, the torch should become interactable. This is not confirmed, but it has been mentioned it's possible to solo this satchel by using your torch toy as 2 NPCs channel on the crystal near the satchel's location. Once 3 people channel the mound, anybody can loot the satchel for a time, so look for groups if you don't see a satchel or people in the area. Oh, how quickly did some of you guys start trying to cash in? I'm poor. My main character's poor. I got no money right now. Oh, Stanley's hiding my wealth. Good job, Stanley. Well done. I mean, my poorness.
Smooth George 1 says, "Hey Stanley, should I help Manthias?" Oh, dear Smooth George 1, helping Manthias is like earning extra XP in life. It's a noble deed that will surely grant you bonus karma points and a Twitch Prime or 2.
Whoa, who's giving out Twitch Primes? We're going here. Right. Let's head over there. Stanley really pushing these Twitch Primes, giving McConnell a bit of a run for his money. If I was really going hardcore McConnell, I'd do this. And I'd do this. And I'd say, "Ree!" occasionally. And I'd put up a donation link for rent. There we go. There's my McConnell impression. Right, go here. One day you have to watch McConnell Rhett as a raid boss. Can you imagine? Talk to who? Where? I must report to the what?
Blood and thunder. Drink.
What is this game talking about? Aren't I going to Netherstorm? I think Zygo's having an heart attack. Where's the portal to flipping... hang on. What's it called? Shattrath. You know what's really bad? I think I know the geography of World of Warcraft better than I know most real place geography. I genuinely think I know the geography of World of Warcraft better than the geography of my own town. We should do that GeoGuessr. That World of Warcraft GeoGuessr at some point. I genuinely, like, no joke, think I'd actually be pretty good at that. Can we fly there? That's one hell of a trek to get there by myself. Give me a flight path. There's never any flight paths in here, is there? There's one in Zangarmarsh. Swamp Rat Post. Let's head there and then we'll just fly. Sounds like a bit of a Friday night beer stream. What, play some WoW GeoGuessr? Could be, could be. Postmaster achieve and people mention a city part in a small town that I've lived my entire life and I'm like, where? Yeah, exactly. I'm like, huh? What? The WoW GeoGuessr isn't great. The game doesn't count it as correct unless you click within like 20 yards of the image. I mean, I'm sure I can get it within 20 yards of the image. In most cases. I unironically think I'd actually be really good at that. There's a flight path here somewhere. Where are you? Right, Netherstorm, go. Oh, by the way, if there is a couple of people that want this, now's the time to do it. We'll, if it does require 3 people to do it, we'll get a few people together. If you haven't got this little satchel yet and you're trying to collect these, I mean, I can't imagine it's going to be too difficult. I imagine there's going to be people over there anyway, but fly on over there if you are in need of this one, since you may need a couple of people to spawn it. Is this the last one that's known currently? There are 15 secrets to be solved and many garner tangible rewards. Patty, the new alpaca mount, is the reward for solving all of them. Oh, isn't that the whodunit achievement though? Not the satchels business. Tricked out hat, the torch, the idol, some transmoggy stuff. Blue tweed cap comes from the community rumours. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, there seems to be 15 of these as well. So there's 1 community, 1 regular to be found each day by the looks of things. And this is as far as we've got. Saw they had the Aussie Monster in the store, picked one up to try. Yeah, it wasn't too bad, you know. It wasn't too bad. Like, I mean, it's called Aussie style lemonade. And there's no denying it tasted like lemonade, more so than Monster, but it wasn't bad at all. 10 out of 10 would drink again. I have a sneaky suspicion it'd go very well with some gin or some vodka. Maybe for Friday night. Boom. Community rumours. Find 5 buried satchels using rumours from around the community. Happy. Happy. Half beer, half monster. I mean, and that. That works. Community rumour mill. Find 10 of the buried satchels using rumours from around it. You get a new pet called Tobias. So we're going to have to do a few more of these over the next few days. But 5 is as far as we get right now, apparently. Unless there's some more that this guy doesn't quote to. Oh, day 6, Secrets of Azeroth. Oh, that's the event one. Not the... OTK Hardcore Race Tournament now live. OTK is hosting a World of Warcraft Classic Hardcore Race Tournament where 12 players are competing in a leveling race for 3 hours on Hardcore Realms. After 3 hours of leveling, each player will compete in a duel tournament. I mean, do you really get that far in 3 hours on Classic? Can you really get that far in 3 hours? That seems like rookie numbers to me. Seems like real rookie numbers. At least give, you know, like 8 to 12 hours. Pump. I guess they want everybody to be around the same sort of level for the duel. Alright, sure. Blizzard has teased that a new legendary is coming in 10.2. Who could it be for? That's the... Sixth community satchel found. Oh yeah, we didn't go to the. Even I questioned why this was a seemingly random location for. Satchel 6. That literally links back to this exact post. The 6th satchel. The 6th community satchel could be found in the mouth of the Mogu statue overlooking the valley as displayed in the hints. The satchel will be phased until you get close enough to the satchel's mouth. Oh, okay. Well, that's an easy enough one to get to. He says as he desperately tries to remember how the hell you get to Pandaria. Valley of the Four Winds. That's like here-ish, right? In fact, I think it's exactly there. Lego for hunters. They never get anything. Another hunter weapon. I mean, I'd be down for a hunter weapon. It's been a long time since hunters have had a legendary. I mean, it's been a matter of months. Surely we're due another one. The irony being I didn't get the last one. Portal to Jade Forest. Once again, take a flight point if I can get away with it. Let's just go there. That's close enough. Means I don't have to do half the legwork. Did you get anything from the community secrets? There's a pet once you've done 10. Tobias pet once you get 10. Only 6 have been. I think there's probably only 6 to find so far. It's like 1 per day for the whodunit in the community rumour mill. Is the pet any good? Does it show the pet? Oh, it's a good boy. Oh, it's a good boy. Well, it's definitely worth doing then. Definitely worth getting 10 if it's a good boy. With the abilities Bark, Cute Face, Leap, Lick, Buried Treasure, and Sniff Out for those who do pet battles.
Is that your wife?
My dog just looked at the screen.
Both, I hope.
My dogs are in the main house right now.
Dwarf Beer 20 subscribed for 9 months.
Ah, thank you for the 9, Dwarf Beer.
Oh,
Appreciate
Dwarf
it.
Beer
Thank
20,
you very much.
a loyal subscriber for 9 months. Your dedication to Mantheus is truly commendable. May your tankard be forever full and your Twitch Prime rewards ever bountiful.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I wonder what Stanley will think when I resub. You've probably got nearly the sub record now. What is it, like 29, 30 months, something like that? I think 29 months is about as big as it goes. 28 months next time. It's a good effort. I appreciate it. Oh, up in this thing, look. Hey, it's even twinkling, look. It's even twinkling. There's also a rare. Last scene defeated.
Interesting.
I wonder what the odds is of somebody else having the same. Oh, never lucky. Blue tweed hat. Thank you very much. Another satchel. Thank you very much. Boom. Marbled broodhoof brisket. Brisket. Probably should have been kept refrigerated. Maybe. Okay. Alright, that then I believe is about as good as we get for now. we have, I'm going to track that just so I don't forget about it. 4 more, and we get ourselves a doggo. Patty and the title Honorary Preservationist once we complete the whodunit as well. Oh, they've updated it to show that it contains the title as well. It didn't always do that, it just said Patty. Alright, back to Valdrakken for now, until we find some more stuff. By the way, do you know how long hunts take when you do them solo? The answer is a really long time. Yeah, I suspect they probably do. Yeah. There's a good chance that towards the latter part of the expansion, towards the end of the expansion, we'll probably do would be more proactive with putting groups together for stuff like that. You know, we dedicate an hour, get as many people together to go smash out some hunts. It's not something that's so easily, you know, you can't easily form groups just naturally anymore. But yeah, there will come a point where we need to finish off all of that sort of stuff. But boys and girls, for now, I'm going to leave it there. I'm gonna go straight to bed. I'm tired. Today has taken it out of me for some reason. I'm not entirely sure why. I don't know if it's I don't know. Something about today has taken it out of me. I think we did way too much ranting earlier due to annoyance with lag. Maybe that's the case. I'm gonna go hit the sack. And then we will be up and running tomorrow. There is a possibility. There's a possibility, because I don't have the ability to do double streams every day. I do need to get some YouTube stuff sorted. There's a possibility that I won't stream at our normal scheduled time tomorrow, but we'll stream in the evening because we get the 10-2 announcement, and we can see that. We can have a chat about that, and we can put some thoughts together about what they announce tomorrow, and we can do that live. That might be a bit of fun tomorrow evening. So, on that basis, boys and girls, thank you all for joining us this evening. I hope by now some of you have got some good, you've chipped away at your 4 hours for the drops. I would imagine by now some of you have got your drops already. If you've been lurking, appreciate it. Thank you very much. Even the lurks do help the channel very nicely, so thank you, thank you. Hit the follow button if you haven't already. Thank you very much for all of the primes and all of the subs, and all of the bits and the follows and all the bits and pieces. Thank you very much. It's all greatly appreciated. But have yourselves a good evening. Have yourselves an enjoyable rest of the day, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a good one. Peace.